Okay, I want to talk about the idea of manifesting, let's say, within self-manifestation, identity creation. What I mean is, instead of manifesting, I want this and I want that, manifesting, I want to be like this. I want to be able to do that. I think it's really easy for us to become very materially minded, which is like, it's okay, you can manifest things. Like, obviously, we do it all the time, right? But I think we're neglecting the awesome power of manifesting self-improvement. So what I'm talking about is, every time you have this negative self-talk of like, oh, I'm not good at that, or that just doesn't work for me. What if you were wrong? Because you can be. You are if you decide to be, right? I'll give you an example. So I've had, unfortunately, I've believed that I've had writer's block for a while. So for those who don't know, I am a musician. I like to write music. I used to release music fairly regularly. I'd like to start doing it again, but I've felt like I've had writer's block. Now that's a limiting belief right there. You know, it's self-perpetuating. So all I have to do is like go a little while without releasing something, or write a couple of songs that I think are bad, and suddenly we've got the seed of this negative belief that I can no longer write songs, or, oh shit, maybe I was never good at it to begin with. So what I've been doing is putting the intent out through a little bit of affirmation, a little bit of almost vision board stuff. I know I've said in the past that vision boards tend not to do much for me, but I'm trying a little bit of a different thing. We might talk about it in the future. It's not radically different. Just you could just say it's a vision board, but a little bit of that surrounding the idea of like, no, I'm an awesome songwriter, and I write frequently, right? And it's very important. This is the important part. Always, you got to let it go. So I've gone, all right, so I'm not going to stress about what genre I'm going to write. I'm not going to stress about what I'm writing about. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It'll come. I'm trusting it'll come when the time is right. And I've written, I swear to God, I've written a new song every day for the past week. Now, I don't think they're all hits, but there's maybe 2 or 3 in there that I think are actually good, which is huge considering that I felt like I've had writer's block for so long. To suddenly have some songs that I like, that I've actually shared with some people. And like, you can do this with anything. If you feel that you're not a confident person, then manifest yourself as a confident person. So I know I've talked about in the past, like, why manifest the steps. Sometimes it's important because it helps you shed limiting beliefs, right? So let's say you feel that you're not confident enough to talk to people and like make friends or whatever, ask someone out, whatever you need to do. And you got this block, you got this view of yourself that you're not confident and you can't talk to women, or you can't talk to men, or whatever. Sure, you can visualize yourself talking to them, like living in the end, right? Already having completed that, and it'll work if you're able to accept it. But what if you're not able to accept that idea? What if you're so blocked with negative self-talk, with this narrative that you're not good at talking to people, or you're not confident, and you feel like you're having to fake it? And things just aren't moving. As always, like, if you're banging your head against the wall for like 6 months, a year, and things aren't moving, try something else. So it might be worth, setting out some affirmations or whatever you want to do, saying that, no, I'm a confident person. And I know this kind of sounds like it might be straying into very stereotypical, I don't know, early 2000s self-help. But there's nuggets of truth in everything. There's value to be had in everything. And the intent that you have going into anything is what's important. So I think that whole early trend of affirmations, I think the issue there, like I've seen it, people who aren't spiritual at all, who aren't into manifestation, you know, they get into affirmations, but they don't believe, you know? Like they're doing it half-heartedly. And like they're doing it, the action isn't the problem, it's what's going on up here. It's, oh yeah, I'm confident, not really. But if you go in saying, no, damn it, I want to be confident, and I'm gonna be confident, and then you do your affirmation or whatever, that makes all the difference. What do I always say? You know, you got to choose what you want. You got to decide. Decide what you want, and then decide to have it. You can't go, what if? You can't you can't half-ass this shit. Even if you're not manifesting specifically, if you're manifesting generally, doesn't matter. If you're manifesting generally, this isn't a wait and see. It's, I'm going to be this, I'm going to have this, I don't care how it happens. I don't care who, what, why, when, how. Did I say how? It's going to happen. That isn't wishy-washy. That's commitment. That's just also laced with the letting go of I don't care how. And look, just personally, I've seen this, like it's hit me in the face like a slippery fish lately. I'm getting really good at just, like, this is how it is. There's no wait and see here anymore. This is what's going to happen. One way or another, I've decided. And man, like, once you get the ball rolling, once you get that momentum, it gets so easy to keep it going. Even when self-doubt creeps in, you've got so much evidence that you can go, no, that's bullshit. What are you talking about? And suddenly that little voice in the back of your head that used to be the one responsible for, yeah, but it never works out for you. Yeah, but you're unlucky. But you're actually really bad at this. Actually gets switched with the positive voice saying, no. Just yesterday, you've got hard evidence of this working. So of course. And that negative voice is like the logical mind that's out here, that's very visible, that's conscious, that's saying, well, maybe it's too good to be true. But because it's here in your awareness, out in front of you, you can almost see it. You can go, dude, shut up. You're an idiot. You got no evidence. Get out of here. I see a couple different perspectives. And like I always say, everyone is right. They really are. I mean, look, why is this stuff not more mainstream? Obviously, like, manifestation is becoming mainstream, but why is the occult? We're going to talk more about this stuff within the context of that word. I want to, because it's fascinating. Excuse me. And I think it's like, it's the core of the issue. But why is the occult not mainstream? Because it's really hard to teach. I mean, there's lots of answers to that question, but I think the most important one is that it's hard to teach. For thousands of years, this stuff has been expressed in symbolism alone. It's poetry. Why can no one write a step-by-step guide for this stuff? Because it doesn't work in the physical conscious mind like that. It doesn't work in step by step. The step by step will work once you have the understanding. So you've got to delve into the symbolism. And you've got to let it sink into wisdom. And then the technique, the step by step, works. Because I can tell you how it works today, and you'll go, all right, that's logical, but why is it not working for me? Why don't I get it? And then I'll give you the exact same explanation in a month's time, and you'll go, oh, of course. And you could run around and tell everyone you know that you've had a brainwave, and you can explain exactly what you understand. It'll come out of your mouth and you'll go, wait, that doesn't sound like anything new. And yet you'll have the wisdom. It will have unlocked. You ever had that experience before where you know something, but then later on you understand it? It's a completely different sensation. That's what we're trying to get to here. That's why I try to explain things in as many different ways as I can. If I could just dump the knowledge into your brain, I would, but it doesn't work that way. You have to want it. You have to seek it. You have to do the work yourself. Anyway, as always, take what resonates and discard the rest.